Have you ever walked into a conversation calm and walked out feeling like you completely lost control? Not just the argument, but yourself. You said things you didn't mean, your tone changed, your emotions took over. And somehow, they stayed calm while you became the problem. If that has ever happened to you, you're not weak. You were pulled into a psychological pattern. And today, I'm going to show you how to break that pattern and deal with a narcissist without losing your power. Before we talk about solutions, you need to understand something important. Narcissists don't communicate like normal people. They don't argue to reach truth. They don't discuss to understand. They provoke to control. A normal conversation looks like this. You say something, they respond, and both of you move closer to understanding. But with a narcissist, it's different. They trigger you, you react, they escalate, and then they gain control. In the moment you react emotionally, you've already lost the game. Not because you're wrong, but because you're now playing by their rules. So the goal is not to win the argument. The goal is to stop losing yourself. The first thing you need to do is stop explaining yourself. This is where most people fail. You try to explain more, you try to clarify, you try to defend yourself because you believe that if you just explain it better, they will finally understand. But they won't. Because they're not listening to understand. They're listening to find something they can twist. You say something simple, they take a small part of it and turn it into something completely different. And now you feel forced to explain more. But the more you explain, the more material they have to use against you. So instead of explaining more, do the opposite. Say less. Short answers, no long justifications, no emotional tone. Say less than you want to, because the less you give, the less they can control. The next thing you need to control is your reaction, because this is where they get their power. Not from logic, not from truth, from reaction, anger, frustration, defensiveness. The moment you react emotionally, you give them exactly what they want. And once that happens, they're in control of the conversation. So your goal is simple. Stay neutral. Not cold, not aggressive, just calm. Your voice stays steady. Your tone doesn't change. Your reaction stays minimal. Even if they try to provoke you, you don't give them that reaction. Because when there is no reaction, there is nothing to control. Another important thing is to slow everything down. Narcissists often try to rush conversations. They interrupt you, they pressure you, they push you to respond quickly. And there's a reason for that, because when you move fast, you make mistakes. And when you make mistakes, they get openings. So slow it down. Pause before you respond. Take a breath. Think. And don't be afraid of silence. Silence is not weakness. Silence means you are choosing your response instead of reacting. And that is control. You also need to understand something else. Most of these interactions follow the same pattern. They provoke, you react, they escalate, you defend, and it keeps repeating. The only way to break that cycle is to stop participating in it. You don't have to respond to everything. You don't have to defend every point. Not every comment deserves your energy. Sometimes the strongest response is no response at all. And finally, you need to set boundaries. Clear boundaries, simple boundaries, non-negotiable boundaries. Not emotional, not aggressive, just clear. I'm not discussing this. I'm ending this conversation. And when they try to push again, you don't explain. You repeat the same sentence, calmly. Because boundaries without action are just words. And over time, something starts to change. They try to provoke you, but nothing comes back. They push, but there's no reaction. And slowly, they begin to lose control of the situation because their power was never in what they said. It was in how you reacted. And when you stop reacting, you take that power back. But here's the truth you need to accept. You cannot change a narcissist, but you can stop losing yourself to one. So the next time you feel pulled into a conversation like this, pause, observe, and ask yourself one question. Am I trying to be understood, or am I being pulled into a reaction? Because the moment you stop reacting, you take your power back. If this made you see things differently, make sure to subscribe and tell me in the comments, have you ever felt like someone was trying to provoke you on purpose? I read every comment. And remember,
You don't win with a narcissist by arguing better. You win by reacting less.